Namaste, namaskar. Good morning and good evening, my dear beloved friends. A warm welcome to one and all of you. And I want to thank you for your time. All of us are very busy with lots of schedules, lot of work piled up, and you don't have to go and search for work, but there are so many things that we have to multitask and we have to handle. And you have made your time to connect with us through these sessions. A warm welcome to this motivational speech or the motivational series. I would not exactly call as motivational series, but rather these kind of sessions are very, very important to understand various nomenclatures of life. Life is so versatile, life is so dynamic, life is so vast, and there are so many things that you and I need to learn to handle. There are two ways of leading your lives. Many people lead their lives according to the first option, blaming the system, blaming the process, complaining, murmuring, and grumbling, and all that, right? Sometimes you cannot murmur externally, therefore, you murmur internally, that's called as grumbling. You will never be happy in your life, you will never be able to march forward. Stop doing that. The second way of looking at this is not compromising, but then getting adjusted to the system, getting being part of the system, and yet you will be a overcomer, yet you will be a successor, yet you will be victorious. We got to find ways to get adjusted to the system, whatever system it may be, judicial system, the law of your land, the rules, the regulations, the taxations, whatever it may be. You have to find a way to get to sail along with the system. You can't rebel, you can't revolt. That's not the right attitude. All right. And who can do that? A person who has the attitude to overcome is able to do that, and that's exactly what we are trying to build up. And that's why many people often have commented that these kind of sessions are very useful. Continue to do this. All right, at another day, at another session. Today's topic is, before I forget, let me tell you this: take the win when possible. Let me repeat it. The title is sounding little complicated. It needs a lot of explanation. We will see, as usual. We will not spend more than 10 to 15 minutes. We will cover it. Take the win when possible. What is this? Even I didn't understand the title, because this title I extracted it from a person with whom I was interacting, and very close person whom I known for few years, and she mentioned this statement for a specific scenario, and I will explain that scenario a little later. Take the win when possible simply means you got to take the advantage as and when certain circumstances crosses your path, which is not your desire, which is not your passion, which is not something that you loved to embrace. No, I don't want this. Let me wait for some more time. Good example is, you are a person who wants to do certain x number of things. For example, you are very good at music, especially keyboard, right? But an opportunity comes where they are giving a platform encouraging you to also sing, and you are good at vocals, but that's not completely your interest. You're good at western music, western songs, or classical songs, or carnatic music, carnatic songs, all that you are good at. But that your passion is much towards the keyboard. I want a platform where I can expose my keyboard talent only. I'm not saying that's bad. You have to give it considerable waiting time. You need not be hasty to pick anything that crosses your path. That is not the right attitude either. But at the same time, I'm telling you, there are two different things. Not too many opportunities, too many people get in this world. You're very fortunate in a country like India, where the population is really huge, and there are a lot of talents in almost all the people nowadays. You start interacting with any person, you will be really shocked to see that a person is not only good at studies, but he's also good at swimming, cycling, this and that. The multi-talented people are too many. Therefore, getting any opportunity, we got to capitalize, we got to utilize, we got to really take advantage, right? Who knows, from there you will get another platform which will ultimately connect to the passion, to your desire, what you wanted to do actually. That is the problem in lot of youngsters, especially people who are less than 30 years old. They have, young blood, isn't it? And they have lot of aspirations, and then they think they are very young, they can experiment, which is nice. I'm also for it, right? You can experiment too many things. But the problem is, you cannot be excuse me, you cannot be narrow minded. You cannot keep letting go the opportunities that crosses your path. No, 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 this is not my interest. No, 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 I cannot work in this company. No, 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 I cannot work in this field. No, sorry, you cannot do that. Because why? I told you, opportunities won't strike your door all the time, not always. So whenever opportunity strikes, you got to make a choice, you got to make a decision, you got to make a wise decision. For example, you are good at the same example, you are good at keyboard, and you get an opportunity, come, we'll participate in swimming competition. Of course you have to reject it. Why? You're not good at swimming, and anyway that is not your interest, and that is totally a different extracurricular activity. That's totally a different area where you need to have certain skills and talent and desire and passion and focus and this and that. This is totally in a two different pathway, right? You cannot connect the dots in the music field with that of physical activities. Or somebody is saying that, come on, let's get enrolled to the karate class, and or judo fight and all that, and let's get black belt, green belt, blue belt, and whatever belt. No, that's not your interest, right? We got to be wise enough to make decisions that is tightly coupled or closely connected. The dots are closely connected. For example, the vocals is a good platform compared and connected to your keyboard classes, right? Nothing wrong. So what happens is, when you start exposing your vocals talent, you got a platform. You may be an ordinary performer, that's okay, but then you also get an opportunity to play the keyboard and then sing as a solo singer, right? Then people look at both the talents. Hey, this guy can play keyboard also. So why don't you be a yeah, kind of a person who plays the keyboard in the background? See, naturally you get some opportunity. Take the win when possible, right? And another aspect is, especially professionals listening to me, do not, never ever limit your opportunities or growth, right? What I'm trying to say here is, for example, you're working in a company where you're very interested in robotics, artificial intelligence. People are very much excited and fascinated towards artificial intelligence and robotics. Very nice. But at the same time, your boss or your company is not willing. It's not about willingness, but they don't have such a platform to offer. Now you have two choices. Now you will immediately start searching in naukri.com, LinkedIn, connect with your network of friends. What? Because you have made a choice. I got to quit this company. Enough of it. I don't want to work on this web technologies. I don't want to work on this database technologies. I don't want to work on this middleware technologies, cloud technologies. This is all so boring. My interest is robotics. My interest is artificial intelligence. Now the choice A is what majority of the people prefer. Let me find a different company and all that. You will lose until you see opportunities. You don't get it just like that. The moment you kind of log your profile inside LinkedIn, no, day after tomorrow you won't get a job offer. Day after tomorrow you won't even get an interview call. It may take months together, years together. How is your mindset going to be until that time? You will be such an unproductive resource. You will be such a nuisance to your team. Your boss cannot handle you. You will be put on performance improvement plans. Because why? You're not able to produce the output. You're not even able to meet the expectations. Forget about exceeding the expectations. You're not even an ordinary performer. Why? Because you made a choice. You want to quit the company, but you still need the salary because you want to run your life. This is a very practical problem. You're asking me, how do I know? Long ago I had the same problem in me, but I quit it long ago. Maybe almost like 17 18 years ago. Somebody's asking, then how old you are? No, not going to tell you that. Okay, I'm very young in my heart, so just leave it there. Okay, now coming to the point, right? You are such a nuisance, you are such a hindrance. Because of one or two people in a team size of 10, the team will start marching backward. The progress of the team is hampered. Why? Because the root cause is your attitude. There is nothing wrong in your passion. There is nothing wrong in your desire. There is nothing wrong in your objective. There is nothing wrong in what you are targeting for. No problem with that. Problem is, you got to take the right pathway to meet those targets. And what must be the right pathway? There is no hard and fast rule, but let me give you the my 2 cents, like how we are able to overcome this problem, right? While you are in your company, you could always work with your boss. Very, very important to let your manager know about your interests. It's not that you need to it's not right for you to conclude things on behalf of your employer, on behalf of your manager, right? You got to talk to your manager. He's like your working partner, right? And you let him know, I see this company doesn't have an opportunity or a scope like this, but I'm very much interested in robotics, artificial intelligence. What you could probably propose is, I want to build a POC, right? I want proof of concept, that's what they call, or I want to build a little framework, and I won't do it during office hours. I will do it as a stretch goal. I'll work over weekends. I use my official, my personal laptop or official laptop. That's okay. If your company is permitting according to your company policy, then I will definitely come and present to you and our own team as how we could extend our current product and plug inside the artificial intelligence and robotics or mobility or bot. Many things are there. So I want to develop a framework and I will come and present it to you. Your manager, although he may be a negative person, you are building positivity in that person. Although he has a desire not to encourage you, you are forcing him to encourage you. Because why? This is for free you are proposing. Correct? Now, then you start working with your manager and with your team. Say you come up with a demo and all that. Now what happens? The manager also wants to win that credibility, right? Because there is a talent he is seeing in his team. A good manager will think like this. And then he takes it to his boss. Then you get another platform to go and present. That fellow is also excited and he is going to take it to his boss. Then what happens? Proof of concept is now visible everywhere, and the company is getting an idea that why can't we invest in such area. That's how many people are getting into research, R&D, research and development. The inventors are not from outside the company. Inventors are always from inside the company. You and I need to understand that, and that's the reason some good companies, although they are not like Oracles and Microsofts and bigger organization, they really do very well. For example, the guy who invented WhatsApp, he was an individual contributor, and a situation drove him. He lost his dad, and he got to know that he lost his dad only after a week or so, because they couldn't communicate. Therefore the problem was communication. How can I build a platform that could serve the entire mankind, that no one should go through a situation like I had gone, very unfortunate, that I couldn't attend my dad's funeral. And that fellow sat and invented WhatsApp, and now it is with Facebook. He has sold it with a patent and with a rule that this application should not be charged. It is a freeware. But what gave him that idea? A situation, an incident, right? And he was an inventor, right? And well, he was not even having a company. How much more you and I could do while we are working with our employer? An employer cannot foresee all the opportunities that his product has got. Only you and I can foresee. Why? Because we are close to the ground reality. We are close to our business functions. We are doing everything on the ground for the employer. Therefore, if you want to be a productive employee to that employer, you and I are the ones who are supposed to bring out those thoughts and ideas and inventions which you can do in your own company. And I'll tell you what, someday you are going to be handpicked. Someday the employer is going to see that positive aggression is a good concept, and they are going to acknowledge it. Not only that, you will get very good paycheck, very good hike, very good promotion, very good acknowledgement, but you will have that job satisfaction, right? Because you will be one among several. If you join a robotics company or an artificial intelligence company, you will be one among several talents, but here you are the only talent, right? Through you, the company is able to invest in certain areas which the company has not even thought through. I just picked robotics, artificial intelligence as one of the topics. You can also do such things in program management, project management, portfolio management. If you are very good in PMP, PMI and all that. I'm talking a little bit on the software. Why not in mechanical industry, right? You have a different ways to run the spindle or the wheel of a certain machinery, and you have a different idea. You could manufacture a little thing and then go on R&D. There was a little boy in the southern side of India. I do not know which state, Tamil Nadu or Kerala. The fellow was able to manufacture a gas cylinder which is only like half the weight. It need not be even in iron. It's a different material. Therefore, even a 8-year-old kid can carry the cylinder easily. You cannot carry a cylinder. A cylinder comes as a package in 14.5 kgs or 18 kgs, like that. So I was really, and the guy told the reason for his invention was his mother got back pain. He lost his father. Therefore, he wants to do something for his mother. Therefore, he invented this and he proposed. I do not know how much it is acknowledged by the government of India, but this is definitely there. You understand, right? Sometimes, situation, not sometimes, all the time, situation forces us to invent new things. That's, people of Israel are very good at it. Very small country, but you will find one scientist in 100 to 150 people. You will find one scientist. Why? Because their country was always in pressure. It was in crunch. And early histories, 1948 they got independence. Therefore, without a choice, the situation forced them to invent for self-survival mode. They did not get much support from the outside world. They didn't have that acknowledgement. It is a very small country, as big as Bangalore. That's it. And that's why you see now the country has grown to such an extent. There is no business in this world where you will not have a tie-up with this country, Israel. Why? Because there are too many inventors. They take the win when possible, right? When it is possible, it is always possible. Yeah, because we all go through several situations, we all go through some or other circumstances. What is stopping us to be inventors? And never ever have this, with it I will conclude, never ever have this mental block. Well, I don't have that IQ, intelligence quotient. I was not a born inventor. I'm very, very bad at mathematics. Do you know who was Bill Gates? Do you know who was Steve Jobs? They were school dropouts. They could not even clear their academic system. You know what they did to the entire world? The wonders they did, right? And I can go on and on with examples. Therefore, do not have that judgmental attitude on yourself. Do not limit your caliber. Do not limit your potential. Do not limit your dynamicity, and do not connect the dots incorrectly to your academic system. Academic system is very important, at least in India. I'm not saying anything against it, but then your academic system cannot judge your IQ is different, right? So therefore, please always make use of the situation. It is always possible, and you can take the win, right? And you can also be a blessing to this world. You can be a blessing to the society. You can be a blessing to our country. You can be a blessing to our community. God bless all of you. Thank you for staying connected. Continue to listen to all the sessions and subscribe to our channel if you have not, and share these video details with whomever you know, and that way we invite more of our friends and they also benefit. All right. You want any new topics, write to us and we are always there to help you. Take care. God bless. Namaste.